Strategy and Snark presents Dungeons and Dragons Online. Welcome back. Today we're going to go take a look at the Reign of Madness, another one of those insanity-themed expansion packs. This one, we are in the Tower of the 12. So, big obvious tower in the 12. Our arc giver is Basmor Trask right here in front of the fountain. So he says that we're under attack by the Lord of Eyes. Now, the Lord of Eyes is, what are they called? Dalkir, which were apparently like demigods, kind of, give or take, during some big battle in the past. They're basically like they're like the Lords of Dust. They're one of those, if you let them out, world-ending level threat. Actually, I mean, as we will see, they're kind of at the level of power of Mr. Mixelpixik, or however you say his name, from the Superman comics. That's kind of what you're dealing with. You don't really want those guys running around doing whatever they want. So, we were sent out here to talk to the apprentice. You know, this very happy-looking fellow right here, who's totally not having a breakdown because he was told to hold on to an item. That's it. Just hold this. Don't lose it. You had one job. You lost it. Wasn't exactly his fault. Back into the inn. This poor tavern owner. Acute delirium. So there's our scepter. Giant eyeball on it. I mean, you set that thing on a shelf. Which way do you set it? We are just here to retrieve the scepter. Right? He just dropped it, right? What could go wrong? I have a feeling that casting my buffs is not going to mean anything, but we're going to do it anyway. So, the floor above, you hear somebody's very happy they have that scepter. So here's a couple of those taken. They're going to show up a couple times now in all of the madness-themed quests. And a mind flayer, who, as we beat him up, once he hits a certain damage threshold, he just runs. I don't believe we can kill him. Nope. Because he has to open the door. Right? So he's not allowed to die yet, no matter how much we beat him up. Nope, still can't kill him. He's still in cutscene mode. Okay. Deranged followers in this chain. Keep an eye out. Get it? Eye. When you kill cultists, so I think some of the later ones in this chain, they will spawn extra eyeballs that will separately attack you. Right? You kill a guy, his eyeballs pop out of his skull and attack you. This is some, like, Manhunter New York kind of shit. So, once we get into the back room, eventually he will... There we go. He got out of cutscene mode and we killed him because he was on 1 HP. However, we go to pick the thing up, we actually trigger another cutscene. The Mimic eats the scepter. Hey, get out of here. We now have to beat up the Mimic. He is a little bit harder to beat up because he makes you sticky. So, I'm only moving at like half speed most of the time. Although I did just nail him for 2,000 damage with that smite. pretty sure he is at his damage maximum now. So he again will not die until he gets to his assigned cutscene location. So this is actually a room we did not go in the original Delirium quest. We went to the kitchen and stuff. This is like the back rooms, like the manager's office, laundry. Come on, get a move on. Yeah, see the laundry room and stuff. Notes, you know, 0 days since last Zoriat incursion. So, the Mimic waves the wand around in order to try to stop us. It does not have the intended effect.
Opened a portal to Zoriat. Its insane energies flood out, affecting your perception of reality. You hear a voice from above.
So, that thing that is very, very much not fitting in the screen at the moment is a gigantic beholder. It's that guy right there, right? But he comes down, the beholder eats the Mimic who ate the scepter. Just, and, you know, great. Giant portal to Zoriat just ripped in the sky. Great. Only one thing to do. We're going to make our way back up the stairs. And yes, the wavy, slightly purple Zoriat theme. Yeah, it's going to stay. We have been affected by this manifest Zoriat zone again. Of course, there is a certain simplicity in madness. What we're going to do, we're going to go to these bookshelves. And we're going to tell them to get a move on. And that bookshelf is going to move. We need a bunch. We need 6. We need 6 bookshelves in order to complete our airship. We are making an airship out of beds and bookshelves, and it shall be glorious. I was being a little choosy about which ones I was picking up because there is this one semi-randomly placed treasure chest here. You need to take this bookshelf during this section to get that chest. And I think there's a couple places it can spawn. So if you've already got all 6 bookshelves in place downstairs, you can't take any more bookshelves, you can't get to the chest. So I start with looking for it. When the bookshelves move, they are attacked by random monsters. You are supposed to protect them while they are marching their way down, which involves giant eyes, multiple kinds of beholders, flesh renders. There's a lot of stuff. They're probably going to die. So, when they die, they just respawn back over here.
This furniture is hardened with scars from previous
and
battles.
the second time you summon any particular bookshelf, it has more HP. It's battle hardened. So I usually will just send 6 and just wait for them to die and then guard them on the second try, because they are kind of slow. You can haste them. Like if you have the haste spell, you can just cast haste. It does work. I can usually get 2. Like I don't have haste, right? And I can only run back and forth so many times before the residual damage from whatever's attacking takes them out. We've got 3 at the moment. And this is counting my, that Hezrau is mine, right? I used the summon monster off of my hireling, so this monster is friendly. It's going to help defend the bookshelves. Oh, he's a monster. Do not touch my bookshelves. Oh, there's an evil eye over here. And already I feel like I'm too far away from my bookshelves. Alright. 1, 2. These 3 appear to be doing okay. So when they get into the laundry room here, you know, once they cross a certain line, they are safe. We don't have to defend them once they're here. The bookshelf is ready. So yeah, once they get like over there, I think. See, as it's floating up, it's going to Mary Poppins its way up to the ceiling. Oh, a 4th bookshelf made it. Huzzah! Hey, don't mess up my magical 4th bookshelf. Okay, there we go. So I will say, I usually start with the bookshelves. Because you need 6 of them. And there's no easy bookshelf. Like, I kind of feel like this is the manager's office. I feel like they should put like 1 or 2 bookshelves in here. So that you can drag most of the bookshelves from the other side of the map. And then when you get to only needing like 1 more, just grab the close one. Because that's what we're going to do with the beds. We're going to grab a whole bunch of beds. But there's actually a couple beds like in the room right next to the laundry room. So we don't need to get all of our beds from over here. We can get the last couple from over there, which means we can summon more than we need. So like right now, I need both of these bookshelves to survive. And if I say, yell at this bookshelf. Bad news, shelf. Already got enough bookshelves. We can't summon extra ones. So we have to protect those 2 bookshelves all the way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wake some beds up. Beds move a little bit faster, and hopefully the beds are going to distract things like the evil eyes. See how that bed's already caught up and it's kind of pushing past? I want to say there's a key underneath one of these beds too that'll get you an extra chest. And again, you can only do it during this section because otherwise you can't move the beds. Alright, I need to go catch up to the bookshelves to make sure they're okay. But hopefully all of these beds will distract. See, there's a couple beds out front. That's kind of what I wanted. See, the beds out front are going to get the aggro of the evil eye. And whatever might be waiting in here. And I will just guard specifically the bookshelves. And whatever beds happen to make it, great. I don't really care about the beds, because I can summon extra beds. I've got wiggle room on beds. Man, those 2 beds just ran all the way through. They made it. We are on normal mode. Remember, if you're going to play this quest on elite mode, man, bring somebody who can cast haste. Even if it's just like a haste, like the little satyr from the Feywild bonus expansions, he can cast haste. That's very convenient for this. Alright, we got our bookshelves. Let's go count how many beds we have over here. See, there's a 1, 2, there's 3 beds over here in the rest shrine room. So we're going to go wake up 5 beds, but we only need 2 of them to actually make it. If they would just stick like 1, just put 1 bookshelf in that room, take a bed out. I don't care. Just give me that 1 so that you're not sitting here on get 1 bookshelf and you've already done all the beds. I've had this happen to me. It gets really awkward when you have to guard just the one thing and you're on elite. And there's no way to get the aggro off of that poor bed. Oh, got a little bit of lag. There we go. You know, I keep poking my head in these rooms, but all these beds survived. Interesting. Alright. We'll only be able to wake up 4 of these beds because I already woke one up.
This furniture is hardened with scars from previous battles. It will be tougher to kill than beds or
Alright, I think that's
never seen combat.
everybody. I thought there was a key under one of these beds, but I haven't seen it. Oh, it might be under this one. Nope. Oh well. Suppose I should actually go protect the beds this time. Yeah, look at that. There's lots. Oh, we just lost a bed. Because I didn't... Well, we only need 2 of them to survive. It's way easier to spam beds. Beds are naturally faster than the bookshelves. Beds, definitely do the bed second. Use the beds to help protect your bookshelves. That's the big takeaway for this quest. Use the beds as bait to protect your bookshelves. Bed. Alright. We can go wake these ones up because I think we only lost one. Yeah, we only lost one. So we are now all done with the Sorcerer's Apprentice section of the quest. Can I open this? I can. Blazing ring.
There, your shiny new
Alright,
airship
that's
is
very
assembled.
white. Okay.
Climb up the ladder
Check
and
it out.
begin your journey to Zoriat.
It's not a great view. Hey, get out of here. I'm admiring my handiwork. Yeah, we've got a ship now. So to get on the ship, run into the manager's office, which is this little office here. Climb the ladder. There's actually another chest right... It's right over there. Where are you at? There's another chest in there. I think if you jump on the boxes, drop down, there's another random chest in there. And this is our airship.
It doesn't look like anything's noticed your...
Yes.
Oh, wait.
We have all of our beds. There's some bookshelves providing support. And there is a whole bunch of beholders. Because we have flown into Zoriat itself. Of course, our airship thankfully has a fight or flight instinct. So we don't even have to steer.
Wait, what's that behind you? Something following the airship? Inconceivable!
This... If you fall off, I believe you do die. It's too bad I can't zoom out any farther. Whatever. So we've got beholders chasing us. They're going to attack very conveniently one at a time, basically. Make Top Gun jokes the whole way. If you are a ranged attacker, you can shoot them down from here. Like, if I really wanted to, I could pull my little axe out and I could throw it at them. I don't have nearly enough damage to take out these beholders from range. So we have to wait for them to board, and then we cut them down. So it takes a little bit longer for the melee. It's really easy if you're an actual ranged character, like Archer, not just caster. Because archers have infinite range, so they can snipe even the ones that are not technically in range yet. bonk. Oh, I didn't notice which one had come up. There we go. You don't want to leave them alive too long, because I think at least one flavor of these beholders actually still has the telekinesis ray, and they can throw you off the boat and you die. Do not fall off. Thankfully, despite these all being beholders, these are all specialty beholders. They are not the ones with the anti-magic cone. These are one. Let's see, that's a flesh mender. So these ones are capable of healing. I want to say this is the model for the undead beholder. Like the zombie beholder is what that is. But they can heal. Oh, and also cast flesh to stone into multiple disintegrates. That was a shot. That beholder took its shot. It's just like flesh to stone, disintegrate. It's a good thing that this is 3rd edition and I have ludicrous numbers for all of my stats.
Ahead of you. What is that?
Ooh, something looms ahead. I wonder what that could be.
It's the beholder that ate the mimic.
It's the beholder. Of course it's the beholder. That's why we're here.
Much bigger.
But yeah,
It must truly
that
have been overeating to have become so
that is a big boy beholder, right?
It must be sleeping off its last meal. Oh, what?
Is big.
Its slumber is so deep
Is also
that it didn't
asleep,
notice your
but is
airship's
big.
approach.
So,
Nothing
we are
but
obviously just going to
part
jump
of the
inside.
scepter.
Don't literally jump, you have to actually click the button. I just habitually jump. And we are now
Creatures in there are
inside
slowly
the beholder's
digesting.
stomach.
The mucus holding them
There's a
keeps
bunch of
moving
other
out
guys who are
burned
stuck in
away,
here,
but
like
the
guys who have
monsters would
already
likely
been eaten.
attack. But where's the mimic?
Yeah, just go ahead and
Pretending to be one of the
whack.
chests.
If you don't kill them fast enough, they will actually go and try to free other trapped creatures to help fight you. Alright. Now that we've got rid of those, I'm going to refresh my Righteous Command and my Shadow ability. Because for some reason they don't last as long as everything else. We have multiple chests. There's a little mini game here where you're trying to determine which one is the mimic. If you do not have any of these skills, you can just smash the chest, but then you give up the treasure that would have been in that particular chest. I don't have any of these, so I'm going to go with Wisdom. Can't think of a way to tell. So, how many chests we have? We're on normal mode, so there's only 2. There are more. There's another chest for hard and another chest for elite, if I remember right. Intelligence? Listen, do. I squish it.
Bursts open, and the delicate
Nope.
treasure inside
I guessed wrong.
dissolves
50-50 shot.
the beholder intestinal fluids.
Smash. So, he goes ARG because he's actually a treasure chest. Or because he's actually a mimic, not a treasure chest. He's literally the opposite of what I said. And as he's, again, in cutscene mode, he goes to the center and blah, and he's dead. So there's the red key. That would have opened the other treasure chest if I hadn't have smushed it.
Finally, you have your hands on
Ooh, and an
Belashyrra's
iron key.
scepter. Now, to find
And now we have
out here,
the
perhaps
scepter.
you can force the beholder to
So in order to get out of here, we are now going to start damaging the beholder itself. So you whack the ganglia, it will raise the stomach acid level. Once you've done like 2 or 3 of them, this starts doing damage to you the longer you're standing in it. So, prep them. Do not just kill them one at a time. I'm going to do this a little faster with my sword. So I'm going to mostly damage that. I'm actually going to put you on passive for this. Oops. Didn't mean to kill that one. So now that they're all... No, this one's not. Alright, now they are all mostly damaged. Now I can go finish them off way faster. And I don't take as much acid damage. Jump as soon as you see the light gravity, because you're not standing in the acid for as long trying to knock the other ones down. Get them all low, then finish them off. Now, what you're supposed to do now is go into your inventory, grab the scepter. Where are you at, scepter? There you are. Use the scepter, it'll take you back to Eberron. Beating up Quicklops is optional. He is an actual beholder. He has his anti-magic cone. He has, like, his disintegrate, his finger of death, all of that stuff. So, I'm gonna give it a shot. But keep in mind, he is actually a beholder. That smite really helped. There we go. Remember, I'm over leveled and I have epic. I have my adrenaline that I've been abusing. So you use the scepter.
It worked. The portal is
And there we go. Here's. Go through the space sphincter and it'll drop you back in the inn. And then, you know, you use the scepter again because hopefully that fixes it. It does not. Instead, it summons Belashyrra, the Lord of Eyes.
Prince of Madness and Lord of Eyes, you used my own scepter to free me from Kyber.
So we have accidentally unleashed Mr. Mixelplexix.
I shall close the portals to both Zoriat and Kyber.
Now, I will say, I kind of like Belashyrra. He's crazy, like, by default. Like, he's...
But what else can you do?
So, in exchange for him closing the portal to Zoriat and basically saving everybody in, like, a 2-world radius, we give him his scepter, right? He's not supposed to have his scepter because he's... It's like giving Green Lantern his power ring. Like, that's not good. But he's so crazy that normally he would say... Normally he would have just killed us, right? But instead, he's going to do the crazy thing and do what we asked him to do. The thing that he normally wouldn't do. He's basically the Mad Hatter, right? So he actually legitimately shuts down the portals, turns everything back to normal, and then just fucks off. Oh, I don't have my sword equipped because he took the scepter. There we go. Yeah. So we didn't lose the scepter, and we didn't wave it around, but we definitely were involved. Now, just for completion's sake, I want to say in this little, like, wine storage area by the stairs in the very back, I want to say this is a secret door. Or at least it is during the Zoriat takeover section when you're doing the moving the bookcases and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's a secret door with a chest back there. Just wanted to point that out while I was thinking about it. Alright. Alright, little apprentice. I have good news and I have bad news. Good news is that the Mind Flayer doesn't have the scepter anymore. Neither does the Mimic. Or the Beholder. It's like that old story, there was an old woman who swallowed a fly. Just turn that into a Dungeons and Dragons quest. There you go. Alright, so what we've got a problem. So we're going to run over here and be like, guess what? Problem. So, speak to Horace Nebel. Oh, Horace is right here. Hello, Horace. Where do we need to go? We need to go to the Asylum. Because we have somebody who is somebody was helping us. Somebody who has a little bit of a connection to Zoriat, but they're friendly. We've met them multiple times. There's a little bit of prejudice in the city. He's currently locked up in the Asylum. The Asylum itself is currently going to shit because of all of the crazy stuff, because this is where they put the followers of the Lord of Eyes in order to keep them a little more contained. That's Lord Market Plaza. Here we go. The Embers Asylum. It is in the marketplace, right in this little corner here. We're going to the Sane Asylum. And we're going to go beat up a lot of weird stuff. Don't need the scepter on the bar anymore. So, this first little section kind of helps if you have a ranged weapon. We're going to get attacked by dudes standing on roofs up there. And we're not going to be able to get onto those roofs for a little while. So I talk to Dirk. Hi, Dirk. Good job. Nice to see you. And then the world goes a little bit funny as we run up here. Look, a citizen who hasn't done anything crazy or illegal their whole life. Get him! Yeah, so we squish those guys. But then, those guys are casters, and they're going to spam spells at you. So run around the corner to get to the ladder. If you've got a ranged weapon, it's way easier to fight these guys like one at a time at the edge of their range. So you're not getting shot at by all three of them, especially if you're trying this on Elite. Because we're getting to the level now. We're 17, right? Yeah, level 17 quest. We're getting high enough that these quests on Elite start to hurt you even if you're an epic level character. So, couple more like random crazy citizens, and we'll be at the Asylum. Here we go. Hello, guard. Sorry, we missed the visiting hours. And then we are attacked by reality. We fight off reality. And then the guards attack us because we're swinging at nothing. But now the door's open. We're going to kill our nightmare. Run in some more. Flip the lever behind, this poor lady. Imagine being in a Dungeons and Dragons world. And your job is to be the receptionist at the insane asylum. This has got to be like a daily occurrence. So we pulled the lever behind reception. That lets us move into the asylum. Beat up a few more dudes. Oh, there's another receptionist. We kind of accidentally killed that one. Another lever, and we are in the main asylum, the holding cells. So, eye horror. So this guy, with all the eyes on him, when you kill those, I didn't mean to kill it that fast, they're the ones who pop out multiple evil eyes when they die. Get out of here. So I'm going to attempt to not kill it right away. So he dies, and there's an evil eye. Two of them. You could see I'm pretty sure there was two there. Or I just had a double strike. So what we're doing in this area, we're chasing down those same three things we got before. Nightmare, reality, nightmare, and daydream again. Because every time you beat one of these up, it changes our perception. And some of these doors are open during certain perceptions. So we start by going to this corner and getting the first guy. And I believe our second move is we run around this way. I might as well kill these guys so they're not triggering dungeon alert. Apparently it wasn't that way. Must be this one. So we're going to open some doors. I thought we wanted to go that way, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe that's number 3. Cheese will solve everything. Don't think so, dude. Don't think so. I am misremembering the exact order to go in these rooms. There is actually 2 options here too, okay? So, I can't kill that guy. As I said, some of these, like especially these walls, I'm pretty sure these ones with the spikies on them, these are the ones that are different in the different realities, I guess you might say. There's also, more importantly, some floors that only exist in certain ones. Ah, see? That's gross. So, I must have just thought of them in the wrong order. I know where all 3 of the things are. I thought you did them in a different order. So, let's just walk back to where... So this is where we beat up the first one. Bonk. Got him. Turn right. We're going to go through this door right here. Which I thought this was the 3rd guy, but I couldn't get to the other guy, so this must be the second one. We couldn't get through the door before. Here we go. Here's reality. So we're going to beat him up second instead of 3rd. See how that wall just disappeared? We are now in like the noir section, the black and white reality. And when we go back out here, it's kind of hard to see, but if I go back to that corner I tried to get in before, this was a wall. This is what stopped me a minute ago, right? This was a wall, and now it's not. And I can run in here and beat up Daydream. And now that I've done that, and then we have to go back around the corner, going back to where we just were. Now, there's the way forward. I will say, there are 2 ways to get through this quest. One, you do everything I just did, and it'll take you right over here. There's your door, and you can just move forward. But as you might be able to see, Nightmare is still there. They respawn. You can work your way back through into those 3 different phases, because some of those rooms that have patients in them, you can actually drop down through their floor to go through 2 of those rooms in specific take you to these branching paths. The relevance of which is we've got the wrong eye and the right eye. If you go through the other cells, you drop down, go forward a bit, and you can fight these 2 named beholders. And then when they're both dead, you can bypass this giant puzzle and go straight to the boss. This is the guy we've been sent here to rescue. This is poor Fred the Mind Flayer, who has been a pretty loyal friend and very helpful every time we have seen him. And he just keeps getting into these bad situations. So, this is a really complicated puzzle. It has solutions. You can just Google the solutions, right? But there's more than one version of the puzzle. The idea here, the idea, when I turn one of these tiles, it turns the one on the exact opposite side too. So like right now, if I want this to go to the left, right? It's also going to change the one on the ceiling because the ceiling is the opposite side. See, they're connected. We have to get that power to both this space that he's on and the space above him while fighting through the symmetrical light, or the symmetrical paths. And by symmetrical, I mean somewhere there is one tile that is different. Well, kind of more than one. Because you see, this door right here is 2 tiles wide, but this one is 1 tile wide. So these ones here are technically kind of freebies, but what we're really looking for, the one I know to look for, is that sometimes instead of these ones here being straight and straight, one of these will be a turn. And that's how I know that's one of the ones that needs to be different. Most of the time, what I see happening is that one of these ends up going down and backwards along this back wall here. We're just going to see if I can get it without, how many tries it takes me to get this. It's easier to click the one on the floor. Hard target. Use. So there's one. Let's see if I can... there's no way I'm going to get that. You see how this is straight? And I can't just do this, right? Because if I turn this, that one no longer connects. Let's see if...
Did you see that? Now every time you turn a tile,
what if we just turn the other way? And try to ride the... This is a very short path right here. And I've used very few tiles. So I kind of feel like I might be able to just brute force this going the other direction, because there's so few overlapping tiles going this way. Anyway, we are on the roof, going that way, that way. Oh, but the thing only goes in one. There's only one input space here. So we'd have to literally get the power over there. Yeah, and we can't. Yeah, it's not going to work, unfortunately. So, what I'm going to do, for the sake of time, is we just go Google it. So just DDO wiki, Sane Asylum. And there are it looks like there are 2 versions of the puzzle. The tile that is different is the one right next to Fred when you're looking at the door. So this one right here. We have the curvy one. The other puzzle, it's straight right here. Now there might be more than one tile that's different. This one is the one that the wiki marks. So since this is a curvy one, and I can tell because it's the one right inside the door, we're going to follow this pattern. And it says we want the power going out from here, around, hugging tight, up the side of the wall, back along the wall, and then it's actually going to hook up like this. So remember what I said earlier, that because these don't have a matching one, look at that. That's nice and clean. So now we take the other one. It's already pointed this way, right? We're going to go up the wall. Right? Up the wall. And then all the way down. Along the ceiling. Back up. Oops. Too many times. And then back. And then when it comes back, that looks way more complicated than I gave it credit for. Loop around, up to the ceiling. Alright, that looks right so far, but it doesn't. Oh, okay. There we go. The part that was throwing me off is you actually threw the power all the way around the other side. Okay. It's a tricky little... I'm actually going to... I'm going to make a note to put a picture of this on the screen so you can see what I'm looking at here. It makes sense, but it's kind of like reading the instructions for a Rubik's Cube. You got to kind of think about what direction you're looking at it at the time. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's way easier to try to figure this puzzle out by just hitting random buttons until it works. And it is still faster than wandering back and forth until you figure out how to find the right hole to drop in to kill those guys. If you really, really hate the puzzles, I will say, I do appreciate that they put in the option to just go kill those beholders instead, if you just can't be bothered with the puzzle. But the puzzle is not that bad. I usually try to solve it myself. Because I like the puzzles. I will sit here and try to brute force it. Or figure it out. I wasn't going to spend an extra 40 minutes of me sitting here trying to figure the puzzle out, though. So, we go. Now that we've got Fred free, we're going to go beat up the boss, and we're going to be done with this quest. She is down this really gross hallway. We drop down into the gullet again, and there's Nurse Ratched. Gonna just beat her up. Now, I'm going to show this off. When she starts, like she's a flesh. Really, Clint, I was trying to show something. She has a superpowered attack. Like she'll pull you to her and start charging up a really big damaging attack. Run away. Put one of those pillars in between you and her. Back up. Of course, the hireling... she actually did the attack, and then the hireling finished her off. But anyway, we talked to Fred. He's got a couple things to say. He's sealing the door, so waiting on the 12 to arrive. We get a little bit of treasure, and we out. So, all of that was because they locked up Fred. Again. Stop locking up Fred. Fred is probably perfectly capable of breaking himself out of most prisons. That's probably why they froze him in a giant trap with a puzzle on it, right? I don't know if they actually specify if it was the actual asylum that trapped him in there, or if it was all of the beholders and crap did that to him to stop him from getting out and revealing secrets. Because he is a mind flayer, right? So there is there's a bit of utility when you have a guy who can read minds on your team, who also has a connection by biology to the plane of madness, as far as Eberron is concerned anyway. He is less likely to go crazy trying to read the mind of crazy people. Very handy. Oh, I forgot to actually... We had to tell Horus that we did it. Take his horrible reward. Now what do we do? Okay, speak to Cranach. Cranach is over here, by this delightfully blue dimension door. This has got to be the ballsiest plan the 12 have ever come up with. How do you stop a nearly omnipotent demonish... I don't think they're demon lords. I think they're just straight up like some other race that is just as big and scary. How do you fight them? You don't. You go get another one and you make them fight each other. How do you stop King Kong? You poke Godzilla in the butt and you go, monkey did it.
You have entered a small corner of Kyber, the vast and legendary underworld where the sun is never seen.
So we are in Kyber. We are in
these precious jewels would make a fine gift for the Lord.
The bowels of the planet, where it is said that all of the demons are hiding. The Lords of Dust are imprisoned down here. The Dalkir are imprisoned down here. I don't believe it is literally... I think it's like a demi-plane, right? I don't think it's literally just, if you dig, you get to Kyber, because why wouldn't they just dig up? Especially this guy. I think he's stuck in a demi-plane is what it is. There's a lot of stone-based enemies here. You're going to fight basically nothing but gargoyles, stone golems, the occasional Medusa, because they're still stone-themed, right? This quest is basically a really long hallway. After the crazy stuff we've seen in the last two quests, this one feels a little out of place. Just gonna say. We're down here in... We are finally in Kyber, right? We're finally down here in the place that a lot of Eberron people, you know, damn you to Kyber, not damn you to hell. I mean, that's where we're at, and it's just full of generic rock-themed enemies. It's kind of like we're just attacking the... It's like when we did the... Oh, I have to pick the thing up to piss the guy off. It's like when we were in the Temple of Elemental Evil. This is just the Earth Temple again. And it kind of really is. We're just literally running forward until we pick up 3 crests. There's no backtracking involved. I'm not sure why we even need the crests, because we literally have to pass by every crest on the way. Hello, Medusa. I guess I'll pick that up. The green crystals are optional. They're worth a little bit of XP if you pick all of them up. Also, if you kill all of the eyes, you get bonus XP, because the eyes are spies. Because we are in the domain of the Lord of Stone. And the Lord of Eyes does not get along with the Lord of Stone. They're both equally crazy. But yeah, we're basically asking, I believe his name is oh, it's right there, Orlask, the Lord of Stone, to help with messing with Belashyrra, because they're rivals. They've always been messing with each other. I mean, it's not the worst plan, but we're literally going into hell to ask, you know, we're asking left Twix if they're going to help defeat right Twix, right? Only both Twix are individually capable of taking over the world if they wanted to, if they were free. And if they ever worked together, they would probably be able to break free, but they refuse to work together. Yeah, you take that.
An impatient guardian paces on the far side.
Steal the thing, piss the guy off, beat him up. Literally did this a minute ago. Oh look, the door opened. And we keep going. Down we go. I mean, bring your haste potions. I'm not even going to stop to fight half of these guys. I'm going to make them come to me. There are some Durgar here. They're not completely rock themed. I don't know what they're doing here. No, this is the there's a couple of dead ends, but they are literally like 4 feet, and you go, oh, I must have had to turn instead, so you back up and go the other way. There's not a long dead end. There's not a lot to say about this quest. Like, it feels a little... Okay. What this quest feels like to me is somebody had a cool idea to let the Lord of Eyes out. And how are you going to stop him? Well, you go get another Dalkir Lord and you play them off each other. That's a cool idea. And then nobody could think of a better idea for the quest where you go and get the Lord of Stone's help. Because this quest is just a long hallway. Like, this is kind of an annoying one if you don't catch. You get to the big room, okay? You just immediately turn right. I want to say the first time I did this quest, I got a little turned around in this room. But yeah, just immediately turn right in the big room and you will find the ramp up. It wouldn't be quite so bad if this quest wasn't so long, right? We've ran forward. We haven't done any puzzles. There hasn't been any traps. There was a spot we had to jump over some lava. Like, I'm not saying the place doesn't look bad. Like, it doesn't look quite as crazy as I would expect for Zoriat or Kyber. I didn't even stop to kill all the guys who were chasing me before I initiated that mini-boss fight. That's a little bit of me just being lazy with my 3 extra levels I have. Oh, you're not the right way. Alright, well, I got their attention. I'll finish them off. This is the door she opened when she died. And I want to say we're almost there. Not every quest is going to be a home run. This quest is much easier. This one is almost a gimme on the hardcore server. Although, yeah, be careful of the eyes. There we go. Here's where we put in click, click, click. And here's the Lord of Stone. I do like the boss fight. Okay, I like the boss fight. So we come up, we talk to him. Hey, the Lord of Ice got loose, and he's like, I must test you. So first, because he is the Lord of Stone, he animates his gargoyles to attack us. And of course, you know, gargoyles. We're not gonna... Okay, got him. Now, for something completely unexpected. And what could be more unexpected than more of the same?
More gargoyles rush forward, eager to die for their mad...
I mean, I kind of do like that. You know, you're expecting something completely random. He's like, instead, I will just do the exact same thing. You know, what's the definition of madness? Now he's going to summon some new guys. Boop-a-doop boop. Just waiting for his text. On this side over here.
Signals the arrival of a savage Medusa and her
Oh, I was not. Oh yeah, I did. There's a Medusa. So round 1 gargoyle, round 2 gargoyle, round 3 Medusa and some golems. And now the final round on the opposite side is going to be one of those giant stone golem guys.
from the stone, roaring defiantly.
Greetings, Cudgel. Do you stand up to a single smite? No, you do not. So, you have to talk to him, okay? Okay? I can loot the chest. I killed the boss. I looted the chest. There was absolutely an opportunity there for me to recall before he was done talking and ended the quest. Just, oops. Watch out for that. Don't leave the quest before you get your XP. I am amused by that boss fight. I am not amused by the rest of the quest. We need a truncated DDO. We need, like, just do the boss fights in a row. Maybe that'll be your when you've reincarnated at least 4 times, you can just skip to the boss fight of every quest. Oh, no, I turned that one in. Okay. How else can I fight? Go talk to the other guy. So, the Lord of Stone has decided he will help us because he's jealous that the other guy is out. And if the Lord of Stone can't be out, screw the other guy, he can't be out. So this little hallway down here, for some reason, this is where this quest is. We're not actually traveling anywhere. We are just staying in the tower and going downstairs. Because where did Belashyrra go? He's taking over the Tower of the 12 itself. You know, the place full of random magical artifacts. It's a big shiny tower hovering over lava. Nearly impenetrable. Like, good luck trying to march an army against him. So yeah, we're going down into the basement to try to chase Belashyrra out. This quest is probably... This is the quest they had in mind when they're like, we could get the Lord of Stone or, you know, another Dalkir to come and, like, play against the other guy. This is the quest they wanted to do. The one we just did, that was just to make the storyline fit. Alright, we need to go into the basement in order to blow a hole through reality to allow the minions of the Lord of Stone to get in here. That's the plan. First thing we're going to do is kill that Chaos Beholder. Because remember, Lord of Eyes. In Eberron's lore, Belashyrra is the one who created Beholders. Alright, so this place is crazy looking. We are supposed to go into the basement. The basement is down. Man, can you imagine if we were not here solving this problem, just having to face down the creator of Beholders who can basically make an infinite number of them? Not to mention just the floating eyeballs. I'm not making that jump. We're supposed to go to the basement, which I thought this was the basement. So I'm going to jump.
A cowering 12 apprentice sends a telepathic message from the
Okay, yes, this is the basement. I don't know why there's not a bridge there. I think there's supposed to be a bridge there. So we kill these things. And then he's almost invisible, right? Because he's hiding. He is supposed to unlock this. Okay, it is unlocked. He unlocks the door so we can continue moving on towards catching up with Herodigus. Herodigus Melange. Making up names is hard. I have been putting some effort into writing my own D&D campaign, and I have all of like the quests and the stuff all done, and I sit down and it takes me half an hour to come up with the name of the town. I already have the town, everything in it. Everything's done. The name takes longer than anything else. So here is Mr. Melange. We need to power up the mage fire cannon so he can shoot through reality. What that entails is finding all 4 of the elemental zones and tricking the elementals into coming and attacking us. So I'm going to throw an axe at these fire elementals. And I'm just going to stand in here because we need to kill them inside the red circle. So yeah, kind of... Okay, now you're inside the circle. I'm going to kill you. And instead of dying, he shrinks down and goes in the box. Apparently I have not quite got that guy's attention. There we go. Hey you, come here. Okay, he's on his way. They do respawn. But how many do we need? Man, we need to do 5? Come on. Come on. I'm fishing for elementals here. Come on. Get closer. Yes, come into the circle. Thank you. I'm blocking line of sight because if they can see you, they'll just spam fireballs. So you need to block their line of sight to force them to walk to you. God damn it. And then you actually have to click on the thingy to take it. Now we need to repeat that with the other 3 elements. So now that we've talked to him, there's a couple doors we can go through now. We need to go back upstairs and get a couple leads. I don't remember exact. Hey. No throwing in the house. This looks like the way to the Earth one. I mean, just look at the walls. We will have to go upstairs for the water and air ones. So, Earth Elementals are already melee-based enemies. So we get over here, we annoy him, and we just we can make these guys actually just chase us, which is nice. We just hit all three of them, and then we run in here. He might be injured enough to just... Nah. Of course. Ha! That one was already hurt enough that he automatically got captured when he showed up. There we go. 3 down. Run back to the first spawn point, and we do it again. Just run up. Tag them. We only need 2, so I'm not going to do the third one. Wait for them to chase us up here, beat them up. Seriously.
You have captured enough earth
And we shall
elementals.
not forget to
Take
take
their
the gem
essence
with
and
us,
bind
because
it
that
to the
gets
mage
awkward
fire
when you have to
cannon.
walk all the way back here just to pick it up. Not that I've ever done that. So we're going to turn right. We're going to go back out into that main room. And we're going to use another rarely used mechanic. A lot of people don't like jumping mechanics because they don't trust the internet. You know, a little bit of lag will throw off your jump. I like them. So what we're going to do here, we're going to kind of look for what I want. These little ring thingies, if you jump in them, you float. This is where we originally came in. See, it's already on the map. So that's not where we want to go. So we're going to go from gravity ring to gravity ring and go through a new door. Using shift to fall faster. Great quality of life thing. Chew through a bunch of eyeball guys. I want to say that this is the air one is up here. Could be wrong though. Could be water. Doesn't really matter. They're all basically exactly the same, just different colors, right? Mountain Spring. So we are going to actually go through a portal. It's going to take us to a mountain spring where we can get the water elementals. Water elementals are going to be just like the fire elementals. We're going to equip a ranged weapon, annoy them, and wait for them to walk over here so that we can capture them. Really? You guys are like so chill. They are on literally opposite sides. It's like I can't hide on the opposite side of both of you. Okay, there's 3. Need 2 more. Unsurprisingly, that one has respawned in the century it took me to get the other ones to pay attention to me. 1 more. You, get over here. Yeah, you. You. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope, you gotta walk around this thing. Okay, technically it can hit me from there, but it doesn't know that.
Captured enough water elementals. Take their
And
essence
done.
and bind it to the mage fire cannon.
There's a poor little apprentice just literally huddled in the corner. Smartest one, right? He went through a portal and he's hiding over there. He's not hiding in here where all the craziness is happening. He's not hiding where the, beholder can turn the corner and disintegrate him. I want to say we have to go over here for the last one. Yeah, this is just a extra fight. Now you may have noticed I got a bunch of watcher eyes and stuff. There's a whole mess of extra crafting materials that drop in this chain. They are not for the actual crafting system. They are for upgrading the items in this pack, which is fine, except these items are kind of bad. This... Okay. Did you... That beholder threw off my trajectory. What is going on? What is going on? And like I said, some people just don't like the jumping sections because a little bit of lag, and wow. We fell almost the whole way down. Gotta climb all the way back up.
Opulux the Indomitable turns to challenge you. See if you can prove his
So,
moniker wrong.
that there's a named beholder there that we're gonna have to run past. You do not have to fight him.
Opulux was all talk.
The only reason that I'm fighting him is because we got knocked off of the stupid... We got knocked off of our path. And he was in my way. You can very slowly let your future allies from the Lord of Stone, you can let them go and run up and kill him. Do not telekinesis me again. That was bullshit. Hilarious, admittedly, and exactly what I would do to a character in a paper Dungeons and Dragons game. But still. Oh, a little too high. Alright, we've made it to... We finally made it to the other side of the tower. Oh, door won't open until all the bad guys are dead. That's what those little red security bars are for. They're telling you that there's an enemy nearby. It's not going to let you in. We are lagging a little bit more than I would like, considering we're taking random arcane zaps that my defenses don't quite stop. Alright, I think we're still okay. Alright, back to another portal. Get these Thrackhounds out of here because I don't trust them. Especially when I'm lagging like this. So this is the office of the Chief Elemental Officer. You can go fight some named... I think there's a named Thrackhound. Get another chest. Meh. No named item means I ain't going. We got plenty of XP. So, the air elementals are up there, right? Do the same thing we did for the other ones. Oh, right. Lagging, so my shots are not registering quite as easy. Come on. I captured air elemental. Okay. If you say so. It was probably the hireling. Alright, I'll just hold the button down and eventually one of these will register, I guess. I'm not getting the little yellow bad ping symbol. Oh. Like on my end, I'm seeing my weapon sticking in them. Will you aggro if I just walk close enough? Usually if you're gonna go like Link Dead and need to restart the game, you can't run around. So not... Well, I can see the hireling is wigging out a little bit. If I just tell you to attack, will you attack? He attacked, but the thing didn't move. Summon your little guy. Yeah. You didn't summon him, did you? Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Go computer-controlled thing that is on the server side. Use your Chaos Hammer and annoy the thing. Use your Chaos Hammer. Yeah, it's not letting me damage. I can barely move for some reason. Do I have like a million other tabs open that I'm not aware of? Closing everything I have other than the game and the recording. Nah, still. Whoa. I'm not sure there's anything else I can shut down to try to free my internet. Ooh, one of them finally came down. Maybe we can still struggle through. I have to kill it inside the circle. 2 down. Oh, he damaged it. He got aggro. That was the Chaos Hammer that I wanted him to use initially. No, don't kill it over here. It has to die in the circle. We're mostly in the circle. It counted, okay. Good boy. Go get another one. Go get another one. Go! I don't understand why my throwing weapon's not working. We got the first one as soon as we walked in, right? Ooh, what if I turn auto attack on so even the server knows that I want to attack and it's not just me pushing the button? Nothing? Ooh, I hit that one. Now we have to very carefully hope that we don't kill it outside the circle. Can't move. Come on.
You have captured enough air elements.
Okay.
Take their essence and bind it to the mage fire.
Give me the thing. Okay, we out. We out.
Return to the basement and bind
We were lagging a little bit before, but I'm hoping it was just that room. We seem to be no, I spoke too soon. Come on. I do not want to have to struggle my whole way through here. We're in the last quest of the chain. Don't make me redo the last quest. Come on. Come on. We're only going to make the lag worse when we turn these in, too. Come on. Door open. Door open. Alright, I'm going to shut the game down, turn it back on, and see if that cleans up our connection issues. I'll be right back. Okay, I think... I mean, the door's open. No, okay, yes, open. Okay. We lost our map, which is not unusual when we turn things off and on again. Still chunky. But, oh no, we went backwards. No. I got turned around. No. Open door. Okay. The door of destiny. Open. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. We're so close to the end of the quest. So we're so close to the good part, too. Come on. Alright, we're just going to drop. Oh, this is gonna be tricky to make sure we don't miss our jump given the situation we're in. See? Okay. I don't trust you, little evil eye. I still think there's supposed to be a bridge there. Like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be there. Man, I wonder if it's just this quest, because I don't remember having this issue until we were in here. Guess we'll find out. Well, I guess not, because this is the last quest of this chain. It's like running through molasses. Come on. Come on. Fire the cannon.
The mage fire cannon is now supercharged and ready to be fired.
Okay. So, we put all 4 thingies in the cannon. Cannon takes a shot.
The Lord of Stone's forces pour in through the entrance that you made. Accompany them to the
I don't know why the cannon blowing a generic looking hole in the wall is good enough, but here comes a whole bunch. Slowly. There's golems, stone scorpions, which we didn't even see when we were going through the Lord of Stone quest. There's a beholder and a Medusa having a staring contest. And your little allies legitimately are fighting. They don't fight well. Like, I do way more damage, but they fight. So if I help them clear that up a little bit, they'll keep going, and more of them will spawn as they go. I do not... Oh, hey. The bridge is not visible, but this is walkable, so... I guess I was never in any danger of falling through that. So, now that we've got all of our allies, the door to the Hall of Plains has been opened. We go through, and there's the big boy. Just now that I have created a suitably impressive avatar for this world. Absolutely waiting for us. No care in the world. And here comes the emissary of the Lord of Stone to come and just shit on his parade. Just reaches out from Kyber, slap slap, makes him vulnerable to us. So we can fight him now. So I don't pretend to understand their powers, but apparently he can just screw with the other guy even from his own prison. You know, he's got his magic hologram. So he's even got a little baby eye floating on him. So, now once they're done talking, we can actually fight. And smite. I gotta make sure my hits count, because I might not get very many given the lag. Also, I really don't trust all these eyes shooting me with force damage from the sides. So I'm going to attempt to hunt those down. Look, we've even got we've got gargoyles helping us. They're gonna die. But then more will spawn. Oh, I don't like the look of that. I don't remember him having an eye aura. Or traps. Maybe just because I always kill him fast. And he should be going down pretty soon. And we're going to make sure we kill the beholders. There we go. There we go. We have pushed the Lord of Eyes back into his prison dimension. I believe that we have forcefully taken back his scepter. I don't... Did it say we took him back? He has been banished back to Kyber where he belongs. We did not take the scepter back. Not unless it just fell to the floor. And also, unlike every other time we've cleared Zoriat stuff, this is all still here. Right? It didn't just instantly clear like it does in Delirium. They might have to quarantine that entire wing forever. You, give me reward. I should have said give me good reward. Alright, so nice thing about this chain, there's a bunch of named items in the chain reward. I don't really use any of them anymore, but so like this one has this very last ability on here is Mind Turbulence, minus 10 concentration while you're wielding it because of all the other voices you're hearing. That's the kind of thing you can remove using the little ingredients that we've been picking up. So the polished stone, the Watcher Eyes, the brain samples, the adhesive slimes. That's the kind of stuff. You use those in one of the crafting tables. That's probably the one outside of the 12 tower. And you can change some of the abilities on here. They're just minor upgrades. I don't think I've ever actually done any of them. I don't think I've ever really used any of these. The Flesh Saper's Docent has Disintegration Guard. That's interesting, but yeah. There's a couple of cool scimitars I think I used on my Tempest for a little while, but like I said, there's very little. These items are very old. So, thoughts on Reign of Madness? I love Acute Delirium. I love all the Delirium quests, but Acute Delirium is fun. I like that quest we just did. I've never had the lag issue in there before, although I have heard that it can be laggy in there because the sheer number of things in there and all the weird mechanics, but I like that quest. Sane Asylum, I get lost half the time and I'm usually too impatient to do the puzzle. And not wanting to have to do the puzzle makes me not want to do the quest. But even if I'm just zooming by on a character and I have no intention of doing the whole chain, I will do Acute Delirium, and if available, I will do Lord of Eyes. Because I like those two quests a lot. I'll do Sane Asylum if, my friends and I are playing. The Sane Asylum is fine. I really don't like the Lord of Stone. I'm sorry, but that one it's just a really long hallway. The only twists and turns in it is there's a couple closets in the hallway. Like, that's kind of all there is. But still, I do like this pack. The Zoriat quests in general have some of the most unique mechanics and the weirdest writing and everything. But there's very little loot that's relevant these days. And it's a really high level pack. where you're probably already level 20 like we are. If you need more quests at this level, grab this one. Grab it on sale. Like, standard advice. Like, I would say this is... Grab it when it's on sale. You won't regret running it now and then, but it's not worth going and getting full price right away. But don't avoid it. I mean, you gotta eventually have all the Delirium quests. Those are some of the best in the game. So that's it for me today. Let's see, next time, what do we got? Next time we are going back to Evening Star. There is a pack called the Druid's Deep that we're going to go and take a look at. And I want to say that's probably the last... No, there's a... Well, we're getting close. There's only 2 Evening Star chains left before we get into the actual epic level quests. So, next time, Druid's Deep. We are going to fight a lot of plants. Lots of plants. Because that's what druids are. Lots of plants. That's kind of it. Okay. See you next time. Thank you. Good night.